fighting and karaoke bar. That was racist. You have people who've been arrested for memes, right? You have comedians who've been arrested or been put before human rights tribunals in Canada for jokes. But this Monday, the German Alternative for Germany, the AfD politician, Marie-Therese Kaiser, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, she was fined $6,400 for a 2021 Facebook post criticizing immigration policies. So let me read you the post. I believe it says, yeah, right here, I have it. Afghanistan refugees, Hamburg SPD mayor for unbureaucratic acceptance, semicolon, welcoming culture for gang rape. Also, it's important to note there was a lot of gang rape going on with these migrants who are coming into Germany. We covered it back then. She was also, by the way, hit with a criminal record due to the nature of how they administer fines. They call it a 100-day fine. They do it on a day-by-day basis. So she now has a criminal record for a Facebook post that included a question regarding gang rape. Also, I don't know what happened to hashtag Believe All Women, but apparently not a German politician if she's devastatingly attractive. She defended her post in an interview saying, with culture of welcome for gang rape, I clearly used a provocative slogan, but it was marked as a question. I'm just asking questions. She's a German Jesse Ventura. I don't want to talk about fluoride in your tap. Or look down Tower 7, buddy.
That's a hard one there.
So my question to you is, do you think she's wrong? Do you think she should be fined? Do you think, even if you think that there's a limit to free speech, which is dumb, do you think that this crosses that line? Let me read you some headlines regarding rape, specifically which relates to Germany. Here's one. Germany, an 18-year-old student raped in the Munich metro by a young Afghan. Here's another one. Afghan sex offender avoids deportation over risk of, quote, mob violence in the UK. Here's another one. Outrage in Germany after Afghan migrant who was arrested for, quote, raping an 11-year-old was released after 12 days, then raped another girl, 13. So that's anecdotal, but I'll provide some facts for you. Here, you can bring this up. Afghans in Germany, Afghan migrants, particularly recent Afghani migrants, they're 40 times more likely to commit gang rape than Germans. Wow. Afghans in Germany, 40 times more likely to commit gang rape. That's a statistic. All references available at ladderwithcrowder.com. Also, they're 40 times less likely to be raped themselves. And she's 22.
Well,
she's living a hard life.
That's like about to offer me an apple.
Yeah. Lightning bolts come out of her hand.
Yeah. Do it.
I can't believe like just a post on Facebook gets you not only a fine, right? Now, let's go back. Somebody making a phone call to you to tell you that you have done something wrong. Then I'm surprised that it gets you a fine. Then I'm surprised that they went out of their way to do it in a way that would give her a criminal record.
Mm-hmm.
They should have not done, at the very least, that. If you're going to fine her, which you shouldn't do in the first place, you don't fine somebody enough to give them a criminal record just because they asked a question, even if you disagree with the question. Like, that does highlight, obviously, what you led off with. That free speech does not exist over there.
Also, where free speech does not exist, guess what? You will end up with selective prosecution of political opponents. That's what's happening in Germany. They don't like what she's saying. They don't like that there's a groundswell of people supporting her. And so they decide to silence you through basically legalized thuggery.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. We're seeing that with Donald Trump.
And gang rape.
And gang rape.
Gang rape.
But you often, you're not able to project.
You're not allowed to blow a whistle.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? Just take it.
By the way, I had a horrible product that I want, a rape whistle.
Mm-hmm.
It was wildly unpopular. It just called more rapists.
Oh, well, that's a bad thing.
I misunderstood.
Scroll back up to
That's
the
a rapist
nice real
call.
quick that we had there. I want to tell you what this headline really should be. So right there, it's fine. So Afghan sex offender avoids deportation over risk of mob violence. It should be Afghan sex offender deported over risk of mob violence.
Yes.
You should not be allowed. Like, the people of Germany should be rising up en masse right now and threatening mob violence if they do not get rid of the problem of somebody who's a convicted sex offender who's in their country potentially raping people. Obviously, the next person goes down and he rapes a 11-year-old, then a 13-year-old 12 days later. This is easy.
Yeah.
Nobody should be on the side of, hey, keep the sex offender in the country because of the threat of mob violence. I feel like you should have a greater sized mob to threaten them.
This is how the left denies reality. Look, it's really this simple. If you accept behaviors, you will get more of that behavior. If you punish certain behaviors, you will see less of that behavior. If you are accepting of migrant gang rape, then you get to the point of 40 times the gang rape from Afghan Germans than native-born Germans.
It's disappointing too, because Germany used to be so good at this kind of stuff.
Depending on which era.
Until they went on their world tour.
Yes, exactly.
Like any great band.
Yes.
What a great transportation.
You go international, sometimes things just kind of gets.
Now they're just a cheap cover band.
Yeah, come on.
Gosh. Also, by the way, as it relates to, and click the like button if you are anti-migrant rape. Hopefully we can find some.
Especially gang rape.
Yeah, especially gang rape.
Not one-on-one.
And rape's
bad.
Rape's bad enough. You know what? It could be argued that gang rape is worse. You could.
It's like they skipped that part of the issue.
Right.
They're like, no. They're not raping people. They're gang raping people.
Well, they're malnourished, so they need the numbers.
Yeah.
And aside from her astute observations on migrant crime, Kaiser does bring many other skills to the table, like this. That's called just being. That's her skill.
Oh.
And this. Look at that.
I hate the hat.
Also this. Yeah, I mean, good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her. I think I found another reason they don't like her.
Everybody in the Reichstag hates her.
Yes. Also, here she is talking about hashtags just because we wanted to spend a little more time than necessary on this lovely thing.
Und dort hinterlassen waren, also beispielsweise Hashtag FuckAfD, sind dann wieder neue Personen auf mich aufmerksam geworden und haben das wieder zum Anlass genommen, da dann wieder Kommentare und ja, böse Nachrichten zu hinterlassen.
On second thought, she's no Miss Germany, so she is doing okay, but take notes from that thing.
There's work to be done.
Yes.
Was that like the B team of Miss Germany?
That is Miss Germany.
That is Miss
Like the
Germany.
real.
That is Miss Germany.
We covered it a little while ago.
Bring it up again. Miss Germany, on the left, politician who they hate for commenting on gang rape.
This country's lost. Yeah.
I bet you if you were to take one of those secret polls, most of those crowds would say, I prefer the one on the left.
The one on the left.
I know I need to check my privilege, but my donor doesn't care. So, it's a veritable beauty weather state.
She's a
Doesn't lie. Yeah, has nothing to do with societal conditioning. You look at the side by side and you go, that one. Look,
I don't know. What's her belief on global economic?
I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No, left.
I'm not going to be listening. So, free speech is a uniquely, everything we're doing right now here, we could be jailed, for example, in places in Europe or Canada for saying these things. And we've been, in the United States, you're demonetized, of course, on YouTube. And that's no small thing, right? That is livelihood. People have fought wars for less. They fought wars for land. They fought wars for resources to provide for their family. Losing at least a couple million